Expect the best on the River Mile, the Rayway, yeah.
Hey guys, this is Robbie, Rockin' Robbie with Wray Automotive, 2011 CX-9 Grand Touring. We're about to get our 360 on and you ain't ready. Right here under the hood, 3.7 liter, 273 horsepower in this one, 270 foot-pounds of torque going with that. You do have crumple zones in the front, so if you're ever in a front impact collision, they're gonna get you taken care of. And otherwise, while we're touching on safety, you have airbags in front of the driver and the passenger. You also have your side curtains, your side restraint systems also in the side curtain. Take a look in there, you ain't ready. You got your controls on the steering wheel, that's volume control, cruise control, Bluetooth settings on the steering wheel. Also, while you're in there, right here, you got your assist for the rear gate, traction control, blind spot monitoring system, which we'll touch on shortly, and your headlight leveling. Got power windows and power door locks also. In the rear, the convenience of having the CX-9, you've got the second and third row. To get into the third row, simply smooth forward, third row lifts right up. Lots of room. If you want it down for the room, it's there for you. Plenty of space. In the back, I'd mentioned earlier about the rear assist. All you do, touch of a button. It's on the key too, so it's very easy to open and close, just like so. Look at all this room in the back, guys. Another cool thing about this one, you got your DVD rear entertainment. You got the port right over here, so if you got the PlayStation, Xbox you want to plug up, bam, you're hooked in. Kids are done, 4 hours. Cup holders in the back also. Come on around. Also, while you're in the back, second row, you do have climate control settings for your passengers in the rear. They can adjust their own temperature and fan speed and mode right there. Cup holders also in the armrest. Console there too. Cup holders in the door. This thing's got so many cup holders, guys. What is it, 10 cup holders? 7 people, 10 cup holders? I mean, my goodness. Power seats on both driver and passenger. You've also got the Sportmatic transmission right there. It allows you to go through your 6 gears when you're driving. So if you want to have a little fun, you can do it in the CX-9, guys. Versatile vehicle, wins awards after awards after awards, year after year. It's been out since 2007. This is definitely something you need to come test drive. Speaking of test drive, what we need to do is go get Amy so we can take this thing on the road and let you see what it's about. Let's go do that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and cruise off.
Okay, the first thing I have to notice though is that you're holding this in your hand and yet we're moving.
That is a nifty little device right there. What that is your advanced key. It's coming standard on your Grand Touring, and what that's giving you is the ability to operate without having to pull your keys out your pocket, out your purse, whatever the case is. When you walk up on your vehicle, as long as that's in your pocket or purse, within a 3-foot radius, the radar picks it up and you're able to unlock the doors. When you get in, that's in the vehicle, just turn it on. It's just like a keys are already in that and just waiting on you to get
That's cool. And then you don't have to worry about locking your keys in the car, right?
No, it will not. It will not lock your keys in the vehicle as long as that's in.
I'll put it in this fancy cup holder right there.
That cup holder, I'm glad you brought that up. That not only holds regular size cups, but if you got the oversized drinks, pops right out.
That is so cool.
You're good to go.
I can't tell you how hard it is to try to drive with the dress on with a Coke in your legs and steer at the same time.
Especially the big Coke. That big Coke gets crazy.
That's right.
Now, the cool thing about the CX-9 is the way it handles the independent multi-link suspension in this. Is giving you full control of the road. It actually grabs the road. More of like a car, like a low to the ground car instead of a sitting up truck.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see, because you're talking about the center of gravity and all that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, coming with your side air curtains is going to be your rollover protection. And basically, that's going to keep you from rolling the SUV over, which which is a good safety option. Being an SUV sitting up a little bit higher, that's something to take.
Well, I know when SUVs first became popular, that was one of the things that people talked about was the whole rollover issue.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of people had the idea. Well, hey, I've got an SUV. What's the chances of it rolling over? Mazda has perfected that since '07 when they came out. They've done extensive tests, and I think they've got it down to a T.
Wow. Well, I gotta tell you, one of the things I noticed too is it's so windy out today, but when we close the door, it's so quiet in here. This is a quiet ride.
Not much road noise.
No, not at all.
They got the cabin is nice. You don't hear anything except your music, which this one's got your Bose stereo.
I was going to say, yeah, we got a pretty fancy control panel there.
Navigation. And that's real-time traffic update navigation right there.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I know not to go that way because there's not...
If something's going on, it's going to alert you. And
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
That route, you might want to plan a detour.
Wow.
And speaking of not hearing anything except your music, if you've got iPod, you've got auxiliary connections you can plug up, but also more people are going to the smartphones and having the music on there. Not only can you Bluetooth your phone, but you can Bluetooth the audio on your phone too. So
get out of town.
Yes, ma'am. So if you've got the audio, you can listen to your music hours on end. Just driving around. Very quick, very responsive.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Wow, yeah.
Put that one on your test drive. You ain't ready. This is definitely a vehicle that if you're in the market for something that's got room, got power, and has also got some great gas mileage, you need to come and check the CX-9. This is speed sensing steering, so basically what that means at lower speeds, it's going to be more of a quicker to let you maneuver. Now, higher rates of speeds on the highway, it's going to be a little bit harder, but that keeps you on your intended path.
I was going to say, does that keep you from flipping and doing...
Exactly.
Okay.
It's very nice how they got the technology just working clean together.
Well, yeah, and speaking of the safety features, you're talking about airbags, obviously that you were just talking about with the steering, and the GPS that's in here, my understanding is you need to pull over to program in a destination, things like that, and that's for your safety.
Yeah, safety-wise, they do recommend you go ahead and get to a stopping point, program it. If you got multiple destinations, plug them all in.
Yeah.
Let it do the work. Don't try to fool with that stuff whenever you're rolling down the highway. It does have voice recognition, but when you're programming the destination, you still want to be able to take the time to do that. But if it's a point of interest or something like that, normally you just push a button, say your point of interest, and it's going to pop right up and show you the available points.
Wow.
Yes,
that's so cool. So I have a screen in here. There's the backup is available too.
Backup is standard on this one right here.
Standard.
Yes, ma'am.
On this model.
On the Grand Touring, you're going to get that. And what that does is when you put it in reverse, that gives you your rear view camera. You're able
and so right here is where it comes up, this big screen. Wow.
Right there. Now, if you don't have the navigation, you got the smaller display, and that's going to pop it up also and let you know, again, what's back there.
Yeah.
And it's very useful, especially in neighborhoods, you know, little kids, cats, dogs, whatever.
Even if you don't have kids, but your neighbors have kids. I mean, you see that where you hear these stories, so that's a cool feature. I really like that.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of customers like that option, too, because, I mean, the fact that it is a bigger vehicle is something that you can see. There's not many blind spots, but, hey, you never know.
Yeah.
So, now, another cool thing that's coming standard on this model is your blind spot monitoring system.
So what does that do?
I'm glad you asked. What that does for you as a driver, when you're on the highway, this again going back to it being a little bit bigger vehicle.
Yeah.
Say you're on the highway, you put your right-hand turn signal on to get over to the other lane. Well, if you don't see that person over there in that right lane, you may come over and cause an accident.
Oh, I think all of us have done that. You start to get over and you swerve back because someone honks at you.
Normally you get a horn and another gesture.
Yeah.
But with that blind spot monitoring system, what that's going to do, when you hit that turn signal, the radar on the vehicle is going to pick up that there's a vehicle over there. It will alert you, whether it's the right or left side. It will alert you with a little icon, and you'll hear a beeping sound to let you know, hey, there's somebody over there.
That is the coolest thing. Wow.
It's amazing.
So use your turn signals. One more reason to use your turn signals.
Have to, everybody. Put it on. Use them turn signals. But we're getting back on the highway.
Oh yeah, I feel that pickup now. Yeah. Gosh. But it's really smooth too.
And this is one. Matter of fact, I just finished selling a CX-9 to a couple. And this is one that when you get on the highway, if you're not looking at the speed limit, it's nothing to look down and say, golly, honey, I'm already doing 75. So it's very responsive, and if you're not used to it, it's something that can actually get up and go.
Use your cruise control too.
Cruise control, that's another great thing. Get you the best gas mileage on the highway. You said that cruise control, let that do the work.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And we have dual climate control in this car too, don't we?
You've got tri-climate control. Not
So
only
that
for the
means-
both of us, but the rear passengers have their own climate control.
That's nice.
So if little Johnny's back there
Yeah.
and he's hot or cold, he can adjust fan speed, temperature. Shoot, he can set the auto just as well as you can set the auto up front for yourself.
That's fair. Yeah, well, I've been in that situation in the back tailgating, going to the game with somebody and been sitting in the back and sweat's just pouring off you and they were shivering. That's not fun.
Yeah, that try climate control. There's not many
Yeah.
other brands out there, guys, unless you're spending big bucks. It's gonna do that. And that's the good thing about Mazda. It's bringing you all these
Yeah.
nice features, and you're paying a fraction of the price from
That's
the
what
other
I was
high-end.
just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth because you're getting all these luxury items that you don't expect on something in the price range of the CX-9.
Oh yeah, and that blind spot monitoring I was telling you about, it's it. Mazda.
Yeah.
That's all. No one else.
Really,
has
no
got
one
that.
else has
No
that.
one's got it yet. So
That is
that's
really
something that you'll probably see
Yeah.
on other models.
Oh,
later
yeah.
on, but it's only
Take the
solely
idea.
available on the Mazda right now.
Well, yeah, it's funny. Wayne was sitting there. He was selling a 7, and I was talking to a lady buying the CX-7, and I said, "Yeah, Robbie's about to take me in the 9." I was telling her how
yeah.
excited I was. She said, "You should be," because she had rented a 9, but decided it was a little too big for her. That she was just her, or a child. So she said 7. That's perfect for her. But she said, "I've been driving a 9. You're gonna love it."
Oh yeah. Well, with the 9 alone, at Motor Trend Car of the Year in 08, I think it's got another run in this year. It's actually leading in one of the polls right now. And they get rave reviews. Guys, this is something I've been here since it came out in 07. And when people come in for service, they don't want to leave this thing. They get a little irritated if they have to leave their CX-9. And it's just something that once you start driving it, you're going to love it.
Well, I tell you what, I've loved this test drive. I really have.
Well, I'm glad you came with me on my test drive today. On our test drive.
Our test drive. Now, do I have to get out? Can I just take this one home with me?
Yeah, I think we can do that. we're gonna sign Amy up today. Yes. So come see me. Come see Rockin' Robbie. Shoot, see Amy. Anybody here, we're here for you at Wray Mazda. Come drive one. If it's not the 9, check out other brands. I mean, the other models also.
Yeah.
We're here for you guys.
They sell themselves.
They do. All you gotta do is come drive one. Then you'll be taking it home.
Thanks, Robbie.
Yes, ma'am.